It's a local story this time from the BBC about the UK and about the ton of stupid laws that are going
for
through. Local for me.
Oh, sorry.
Local to
Very
the UK.
niche
This is
interest.
a global podcast that we have.
We're
here,
a global
guys.
news
Sure.
station. True.
Everybody who listens knows that.
Yeah. Very global.
Basically, how the UK government is making it a very unfriendly place to do business these days, especially for the bigger companies like Microsoft and Amazon and Meta and all that. So if you live in the UK, watch it out. If you don't, watch it out. Check it out. If you don't live in the UK, hello, and enjoy the episode.
Let's get to it.
No, no, you were so close. Just don't say it.
Peter, why should we care about this next story?
Yeah, Peter.
No,
why?
Well, yeah, that's a good question, Mike.
Let's get into it. Oh God, it's awful. It's awful.
Let's get into it, guys. Come on. The UK is fucked right now.
Whoa.
I hope it wasn't within the first 30
Oh,
seconds.
you're a bit quiet, Peter. Can you move your mic closer?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You just blew your auto balancing.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah,
You're
lean
fine.
in close.
So
Give
at
me
any rate,
ASMR.
BBC has this report. U.S. tech giants are threatening to quit the UK, and it's over some regulation that's being proposed and starting to be enacted. And the tech giants are saying, we're not going to tolerate this. One example was saying that end-to-end encryption could not be allowed in cases where the government wanted to incite national security or child welfare. Not incite.
Okay.
What would be the word? Assert, I guess.
Is my audio balance still messed up?
You're fine. Just go.
Yeah, you're fine.
Right. So this is it's not just one law. When we mentioned it on Discord, somebody commented that there was a particular law about requiring a backdoor into end-to-end encryption or client-side scanning or something or other. And it's like a collection of different regulations that's coming into play in the UK, which is all a direct result of Brexit, by the way, and is an sort of an effort by the Tory government, which has been around forever and hopefully is going to get voted out in the next election. But anyway, they want to make these kind of laws that restrict how easy it is to do business there. And it's in the face of like it's all based around controlling the populace, really. So to give a couple of examples, there is the Digital Markets Bill, which is making its way through Parliament. That was mentioned in the article. Proposes that UK competition watchdog selects large companies like Amazon and Microsoft and gives them rules to comply with and sets punishments if they don't. There is the CMA who's reacted at the moment to the Microsoft Blizzard deal. They put some commentary there that it was like, this doesn't seem like a good thing for consumers, which, we'll see. There's I don't know. There was one other one that was mentioned in the article, I think. But it sucks. It totally sucks. And one of the conclusions, which I love to hear, is that, well, it turns out that the EU is a better place to do business than the UK. So, yeah, thank you for stating that, person.
Also, an interesting contrast that they say the Prime Minister is kind of courting the AI companies. We did a story not too long ago, I think, where we talked about how OpenAI was opening a London office. So, Rishi Sunak is trying to attract some new business there.
Yeah, it's another example of how clueless the ruling government is. That they are just a lot of talk. They recognize that AI is a big thing, and they kind of want some of that sweet AI in VC money, and want to set up the UK to be an innovation hub or whatever. But they don't really know how to go about doing it. So on the one hand, they're putting all these laws in place, which are making it harder and more restrictive to do business there, and trying to replace the GDPR with a half-baked UK version.
So this,
and on the other hand, they're like, yeah.
This week, it became clear to me why the U.S. will never have privacy laws like the GDPR.
Why?
So I don't make a lot of political donations, but once upon a time, I made probably a small donation to somebody, some local government, whatever, I don't know. And I started getting email from every fucking politician on the planet. And I remembered hearing when they were talking about like Bernie Sanders was being courted by somebody because they wanted access to his mailing list. And that's exactly what happens is these politicians just build their mailing list. And that is like the most valuable thing that they have as a politician. And they share it with each other. So now I get email from every politician in the country, even though I didn't subscribe to their list. So they personally would never be in their best interest to have some kind of law that would restrict that.
Oh, yeah. It's true. I mean, one of the many reasons that the corporate lobbyists are basically the same as the politicians in that respect. They want to be able to market their I don't know if I agree that would be the biggest reason why it wouldn't happen. I would have thought it'd be the lack of coordination between the different states, maybe, but I don't know.
They care about personal interest. That's it.
Oh,
Are they going to get paid for it, or is it going to hurt? Is it going to hurt or help themselves individually financially?
You know what? I just made a statement about why US politics is the way it is, and immediately realized that I'm not the person to comment on that. So I take
the only thing I actually got away from this is that I remember that I need to go donate to Wikipedia. So I haven't done that this year.
Yeah.
It's literally the only fucking organization I donate to. Everything else can burn as long as I get my free knowledge.
So, Peter, anyway, the gamble is, Facebook, Google, all these companies are basically saying, if you don't pass friendly laws, we're going to take our ball and go home. Could they do that?
Yeah.
Would
they
they
could
do
easily.
that?
I mean,
like, only if they think it's going to make them more money, right? That if they can make money staying, then they can't leave because they're obligated to make money.
Well, at the scale that companies like that operate, it's a percentage thing, right? It's not just they can't make any money; it's that it doesn't make sense and they can't be bothered to do it. So, yeah, I think there's a very real danger that some companies will restrict operations in the UK. And another thing that was mentioned in the article is that they talked about how people are always grumbling about this kind of things. They're always kind of saying companies were like, "Oh, if this law goes through, then don't know about that," because that's the sort of political pressure that they can put on the government to avoid doing stupid things, or not stupid, but like avoid putting those laws through. But it feels like to a lot of people that it's sort of real this time, that companies actually will withdraw from the UK, from operating here, because it's just getting to a climax where the laws are just getting really too much. And it's...
Was that like a reenactment or what?
Is that like an emphasis on
yes,
that it is getting to be too much? I mean, honestly, these types of threats are very dangerous, right? Like when Facebook threatens to pull out from the UK, that's very disruptive.
Yeah. Okay,
they threatened to pull out. There's a lot of ones. There's a lot of jokes that we're letting just slide past. Anyway,
well, yeah, I mean, if the government's trying to jam this down their throats, then they're probably
God
to.
Damn it!
What? I'd be upset too.
You've got to ask.
Oh, jeez. All they're saying, okay, yeah, they're just passing them up. Okay, that's all they're saying.
Well,
trying to pound it home.
Oh, you guys didn't get that one
time after another.
God. Yeah. I think the government just doesn't know what it's doing. It's becoming evident that they are like a
quoted Peter Lowe 2023. The government doesn't know what it's doing.
Yeah.
True.
Bold statement, Peter.
Well said, Peter. I like it.
It's like a virgin on their first night.
Wow.
At a club.
No more puns. Just straight for the nitty gritty. Got it. I guess we'll call it. Good night, folks.
Enough of that.